the brand new champ, the brand new reigning and defending UFC Women's Flyweight Champion. She is back on top. She is the one and only Valentina Shevchenko, and she is kind enough to join us right now. Hello, Valentina. Thank you so much for joining us. It's
Hello,
great to see
Ariel.
you again, and really, really happy for you. Congratulations on the win back in September.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
By the way, thank you for doing this. It was hard to nail you down because you're traveling the world, a part of the world that I've never been to, but it looks amazing what you're doing. Is this like a victory tour for you?
Oh, yeah, it's not a victory tour. It's more like a recovering tour. It's and we are now in Pacific Ocean, like exploring all islands, like Polynesian islands, and just South Pacific is beautiful. We've been in Fiji, we've been in Cook Islands, American Samoa, Tonga, and yeah, for me, it's very first time I'm visiting these places, and it's very interesting and very like charming to see the culture, to see the food, the cuisine, and I like all the like people who are on the islands. They are very like good bringing. They have very good heart, and I'm just enjoying very much.
Yes, beautiful people there, beautiful souls. Favorite island so far?
Hard to say because we didn't finish our travel yet, so I still waiting more emotions and to see more about all islands we're gonna visit. So I would have better idea by the end of the cruise, and it's kind of like longer. It's gonna last about 2 months. So yeah, it's a lot of emotions
Okay.
going through my mind right now.
And speaking of emotions, I'm sure there were a lot of emotions when you got the belt back in September. And so, could I ask, now that that period is over, you not being champion, and now you got the belt back, and all is right in your world, what was that like for you? You were so synonymous, you were so connected to that belt, to that division, and you lose the title, and then you get robbed of that, that weird judging situation last September, and then it's out for a year, that whole year and a half without a title. How would you describe it?
Oh, it was a lot of work, I would say. It was kind of like the longest training camp, the longest preparation. What we had a lot of working physically, mentally, all the like training plans, and yeah, it's kind of like I knew that I had to do the things and I had to do my job the best way. And yeah, going into the third fight, like second event, second Mexican Independence Day, I knew it's gonna be like even harder than the first time. So yeah, we just like was training a lot, thinking a lot, and yeah, the most important that the belt is back where it belongs, and here it like in my house with me. This is a place where it has to be forever.
Did it feel like a little empty without
Joking.
it? Did it feel like a piece of your identity was missing?
No, it's not like that. It's not a piece of my identity. It's how you identify yourself, like internally. I am champion. I know that what I am capable of, and because of like someone who was under so much pressure, and we have resulted draw on the second fight, and it doesn't define yourself. It's like it doesn't say who you are, and I knew I want that second fight. I knew that I had to do things like right in the third fight, even with much more pressures that I had before, and I just did it. And I followed the game plan what my coach had in my head, like before the fight. He said like, yeah, definitely, it's kind of like you have to finish the fight, but if it's not about finishing, you have to make it like that she didn't hit you no one time, and make the gap between you and her like that no one can do anything about that, that they didn't have any question about who is the winner. And this was the plan, what game plan for the fight, and I follow this game plan of my coach, and we did it. So no one had any doubts, like 45-50 in the entire fight. No one hit from her side, and this is the most important. That what I am saying, the belt is belong where it's belong.
Yeah, it was extremely dominant and one-sided. And so this may be a silly question, but I'll ask anyway. First fight obviously goes to her. Second fight was super close. Most people, including myself, thought you won. Why was this one so one-sided? Why was this so dominant? What was the difference between this fight and the other two?
The most important, first of all, taking the fight, the third fight, I knew that it's gonna be much more pressure. It's gonna be second time fighting Mexican Independence Day. It's a bigger event, bigger pressure. Not only on me, it's bigger pressure on the judges. And for example, I saw that in the second fight, I did everything to win, but because of it was a draw because of the like pressure what judges had, and funny is that I saw that even you are successful in like 100 combination, you did so many strikes. It's doesn't matter now with the modern modern era of internet. Someone make a clip of one successful combination of your opponent and start to put it like all over and over or over the whole internet, and people just they don't watch the full fight, and they don't see the full picture. They don't see like who was better, who hit harder, who hit faster, who had more successful combinations. They just rely on result number one and the clips what they saw from the internet. And for example, if they put one strike of one person all over, this is how propaganda works. This is what and seeing this thing, my coach said, yeah, if it's happened and it happened like for the last year, you have to make it that no one will try to do that again. So it's gonna be one-sided, like no matter what. So if it would be fight, like fair fight, when you have like even condition, even everything, even you and your opponent, it's one thing. But I saw it's not like that. And leading to the fight, I knew it's going to be hard for me to fight not only against your opponent, but also to fight against everything. And yeah, no matter what, I'm a fighter, I'm a champion. How harder I see like my challenge in front of me, it's just put me in the killing mode and go there to do everything what I have to do.
Yeah, I believe you said this in the post-fight press conference that every time you felt like every time on ESPN they were showing her looking very good and not you. Did you feel like there was a sentiment that the network or the UFC was
It
trying
was
to?
it was it was not only ESPN. It's kind of like was all tendency what
Okay.
I saw from many media people.
Did you feel like people were trying to push her as the more dominant one and wanting her to win? Were you feeling that?
Ariel, I really don't want to focus right now on that and say like, oh my God, it's happened. We already passed it. It was a year ago, and now I see like what people can be and how. Not that many professional who really see the picture of the fight, who just see this like highlights and they give their opinions on the basing on these highlights. But we already passed it. I already like show that no, you're wrong, you're all of you are wrong. And someone started to say like even about the age, like silly stuff and like whatever. But I feel it's very silly. If you have power inside you, no matter like whatever like people saying, you just go there and use your chance and show that you have so much power and you are the champion. No matter how one can want to play their games, if you have this power inside you, you overcome as a winner, as a champion. And this is what I did. So I don't want to focus on what was like year ago. I don't want to focus on like how in unfair or something like that. No, I don't care. I don't care because I'm here. I'm champion. I go forward. And no matter how hard the challenge is going to be in front of me, I will go forward and I will be the winner. So now we are focusing on the defending the title and keep going. I do what I love to do. I love to fight. I love to train. I love martial arts. And this is, for me, what is really important.
When do you think you'll return?
Um, Now, right now, the main focus is to heal everything because, like for the last year, I had injury on my neck, and it's nothing like serious that require like surgery or something like that. And even during the training camp, all this year, what I was training, so I had to deal with the pain, and I had needles in my neck every day. I was like doing physical therapy, like cups and like everything, whatever can like imagine. But I knew that if I stop and I just like say, oh no, I have to like take time off, it's not gonna lead me nowhere. So I took decision, go forward no matter what. So now, right now, it's like people who are doing my physical therapy and like needles, they're saying like it's gonna pass, but it's you have to wait. It's gonna like it's time. It's just like time heals.
Okay.
So yeah, it's the most important to focus on the good health recovery, and then I'm ready to defend the belt. So yeah, definitely. I'm not looking to before the end of the year, but
Of
2025
course.
next year for sure.
We were trying to figure out what could be next for you, and I think everyone agrees that 125 Manon Fiorot is the top contender. But then there's always the idea of you versus Zhang Weili, champion versus champion fight, because there's no real like clear-cut person for her also at 115. What do you think is more likely to be next, the Fiorot fight or a champion versus champion fight with Zhang?
Oh, I'm here. I'm ready to fight anyone. And you know myself. Like once you see offers the fight, and I agree to that. I never decline any names. So yeah, whatever they have in mind, whatever they think it's gonna be like super fight or whatever. Yeah, I'm up to it. I don't care. I fight anyone, anywhere.
Can I ask which one interests you more or excites you more?
For me, fight by itself, it's already excitement. Fight by itself, it's already something that it's turned my brain into the different mode. And even was funny. For example, I had before my third fight, how many? Like 3 months. 3 months before the fight, and usually like 3 months, it's a lot. And you kind of like don't think too much about the fight. You are not focusing like dedicating every time watching the fight or something like that. But every time I started to think about the fight, I start to sweat. It's like all my like palms were sweat, my feet were sweat. So this is how it's like this feeling. It was not just 3 months. It was like almost a year. I had the same. It's kind of like you never go to sleep with the quiet like conditions where enjoying the day or something like that. I go to sleep and all my emotion is like inside me. It's going like it was good feeling because I felt that something like turning inside me, that it's kind of like putting me on the different beast mode for the fight. And I was feeling, oh yeah, this is what I like, and I felt that it's gonna be a great fight.
Do you ever get tired of that feeling because it's so intense?
It is intense. Yes, and you have to know how to because it's not gonna let you go. It's not gonna let you and leave you like, okay, I have this feeling for now, and then you will rest. No, you have to like make yourself get rid of it, but not forever. Just like instantly, like let you go in like quiet mode, and you have to know how to control it. If you don't know how to control it, oh my God, it's gonna eat you from the inside. And for the time of the fight, you're gonna, oh my God, I don't want to fight. Let me out from here. You have to know how to to control.
Well, could I ask then? Here you are walking out this whole Mexican Independence Day weekend. There's so much hoopla. You're trying to get your belt back. You've been doing this a long time, but those feelings. Were you feeling more nervous than usual? You're usually so unflappable and stoic, but I'm just wondering if you were more nervous or anxious for this one because there was so much at stake.
I would say, and I would like to say that a little bit, not um, right before the fight, right going into the octagon. It's like the whole fight week, it felt different. The whole week, it was, I would say, it was not hard. It was easier for me, even doing on all obligations with media. I just had this like uplifted energy, and knowing that it's gonna be like all about Mexican Day, all about like I knew that people who support me, they are with me. And my training camp, the last part I did in El Paso, and it's the border with Mexico, with Ciudad Juarez. If, for example, all my friends from El Paso, from Ciudad Juarez, they were saying, Valentina, we are with you. Here, all fans, it's like the bullet. So I knew that no matter what, for example, in Chihuahua, we have friends, they have like academy, and also always they are supporting me. In Mexico DF, in Valle de Bravo, they are like from Mexico, but they are keep supporting me, and this is what important. And I kind of like felt this love inside me that doesn't matter your like haters who hate you, they can turn in like things upside down, but the people who really love you and support you, they gonna stay with you. And this like internal love and energy I just felt through the whole fight week. And when I went into the fight, when I was walking into there, first of all, I didn't say anything like what's happening around, and people saying like, how does it feel to fight in the sphere? And I said like everything what I was like seeing in front of me is the face of Alexa,
Hmm.
because I'm so focused. It's a tunnel vision, and I knew that I have a like a goal, and I just have to do everything to make it happen. I knew the game plan what Pavel gave me, like to have this gap and don't let her do anything that it's gonna like turn the fight upside down. That's why 45-50, the result, like the like she couldn't do anything, and I just like put the statement
Yeah.
that I'm still the best, no matter what happened like before. And if you didn't see the full picture, it's not my fault. If you rely only on result and only highlights, it's not my fault. I'm still the best, and I'm here to stay.
It's amazing. You shared something on Instagram. You started in 2003, and 21 years later, you're still the best, like you said. It's an incredible journey, and very few people are able to sustain that for that long. And so, if we would have talked back in 2003, would you have believed that you'd have this type of success for this long, or are you even surprising yourself?
2003, it was the first year when I become MMA champion in South Korea. Definitely, I started like way before. It was a years of preparation and
Sure, sure.
training to actually like finally start the professional like career and everything. But yeah, if I look back, oh no, oh no, I never was kind of like, oh, I have a plan for my future. In 5 years, I see me here. In 2 years, I see me here. No, I think this is the best that you're living the process, you're enjoying the process, and you are just love what you're doing. I never thinking like what's gonna waiting for me in about like I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna happen in 2 months, and you are people asking me what's gonna happen in like how you see yourself in 5 years. No, it's every like journey, every event what I had in my life. I just live every single second of this moment, and this is the best that you are not expecting something. You are just trying to give the best of you and live the best of you inside of the octagon. I think this is a true love for martial arts.
the performance was great, but even in the post fight press conference, I remember you gave answers in English, and then you gave answers in Spanish, and then I think you gave an answer in Russian, and then there was like four different languages, maybe Thai as well. You're fluent in all of these. How many languages do you speak?
It is four. It
Four.
is four
You were
languages.
just
Yeah.
rifling them, and you're
I would
perfect
say
in all of them.
I would say like English, Spanish, Russian. Definitely, it's fluent. But Thai, my Thai, it's kind of like I communicate with the people, I speak with the people. But if I wanna go a little bit like express myself or something like there's better terms, it's still I have to work on it. So I need to practice more.
And so not only that, even you and Marab dancing in the back was incredible. And I even saw you at a steakhouse. I think afterwards you were dancing in the kitchen. You were dancing all over Las Vegas that night. The dance with Marab that we're seeing now. Are you guys dancing the same type of dance, or is this like you're from Kyrgyzstan and he's from Georgia, and you're kind of combining it together?
Uh, the name of the dance, it's called Lezginka. It's the same dance, it's the same type of music for Georgia, where's Mirab from,
Hmm.
for south of Russia, and it's the same dance. And for example, in Kyrgyzstan, because it was Soviet Union, all the countries, like 15 countries all together, like all people, all different nations, they was moving like from the Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, all over the places to the Central Asia. This is how my grandparents appeared in Kyrgyzstan in Central Asia.
Ah.
My grandmother, she was like, because it was kind of like a law when not a law, but this is what like normal practice when people finish university, they send uh, to like Asian Central Asian Republic to like study there, to do things there, to work there, like whatever. And my grandmother, she was sent to Kyrgyzstan, and she met my grandfather. They fell in love, and yeah, she decided to stay there, like, and live there. This is where my mother born. This is where I was born in Kyrgyzstan, and because so many people, so different like nations was coming into Kyrgyzstan as well, we had like the huge community of Georgian, of like from Chechnya, from like all Dagestan, all around, and this Lezginka, it became one of the like one of the most important dances as well. It's because we have in Kyrgyzstan our traditional dances. It's a little bit different, but Lezginka is considered also like our dance because everywhere it was we were dancing it, like all the parties, all the like marriage parties, all anywhere it's like fun, it's celebration. There is Lezginka. That's why I was dancing the same type of dance. Was, for example, very like traditional for Mirab from Georgia. Because in Kyrgyzstan, it's kind of like it. I would say it's like United States, where all nationalities live together and like they're happy. So this is what we have in Kyrgyzstan. It's very like all nationalities live like in one country and feel great about that.
I feel like you enjoyed and appreciated being champion, but now that you're champion once again, do you have a different kind of appreciation for it?
You know, um, it's very hard to say that it's different. I definitely know how hard um, to maintain it. And for example, I definitely know that, for example, the first fight, there was a mistake. It was not a technical mistake. It was like human factor. I For example, underestimate the situation in the fight, not opponent, situation in the fight. And this is what lead to this like super long delay that I had to fight back my belt. And yeah, definitely all these things, it showed you that, oh my God, you better don't do it. You better fight now. You do everything, then you be focused. It's gonna be very hard afterwards, like to make the things right. And definitely all of that, it's kind of like staying me already. It's I know that feeling. And all this history what we had in this trilogy fight, it's made me so much so better fighter. So like my mind, I feel it's just like different level. I say about my mind, my physical condition, I feel myself so strong right now that I never felt myself that good. Even when I had all seven title defense before, I
Wow.
just feel like it gave me so much power. And yeah, I'm just like ready to continue.
I love that. And just curious, I know you didn't want to talk much about Zhang and Manon, and I totally understand that. You're the top, and that's the way it should be. The UFC has made a bit of a habit recently of, with Izzy, they signed Alex Pereira, and then they signed the guy that Alex fought in kickboxing, and now recently they signed someone who you fought in the world of kickboxing, Wang Kong, back in 2015. Are you paying attention to her, and is this maybe something that you would like to explore in the future?
I heard someone mention, and it was before the fight. Someone asked me about her, and I was like, they said, "Oh, you fought, and she won it." And I was like, "People, you are don't know what you're talking about." And someone started to even make a comments, but like back then when I fought in China, if compares the judging system what it was in our second fight with Alexa,
Hmm.
and see what fight and judges was back then in China. Judges in the second fight, they are angels comparing to judging system in China back there. It's like I fought in the organization. It was like kind of like the worst. And if you are speaking with the fighters, like Muay Thai fighters, kickboxing fighters who fought in China that time, they said like, oh my god, it's kind of like if you don't do knockout, and not only knockout that your opponent gonna be like down on the floor for 30 minutes, they will make your opponent stand up like shaking the towel and say, okay, continue, go fight. And then they will make their fighter win the fight. So this is the judging system back there.
Oh, wow.
And there are people saying about that she lost to her. Yeah, no, I posted a video of the fight. So, and I had like thousands comments on there, and like it was in YouTube, and the people starting to say, "Oh my God, we cannot believe what happened," and judges are crazy. But then the organization, they sent a request to YouTube to delete the
Oh, wow.
video because of like copyrights or like whatever, and they deleted it. They did it. So yeah, it's kind of like crazy to see now, but I'm not worried about that. I know how fight it was, and like she has like so much like to go. I'm happy for her that finally she's like fighting in UFC. It's the biggest league of mixed martial arts. It's like I feel it's good for like entire country, for all like martial arts system, and like people will cheer her and like whatever her country, and that is great. But the judging system is a judging system, and sometimes it's like, whew, unbelievable what can happen.
So realistically, with your travels and the fight just happening in the neck, probably like back end of the year, we see you again, right? Like second half of the year.
Oh, I don't have any like predictions right now, and I completely rely on my health. And definitely, once I return back from the trip from the from Pacific Ocean, yeah, I will go back to the gym and feel how my body is feeling, and go back to the physical therapist and what they gonna say me.
Okay. And by the way, congratulations to your sister as well. I see her doing great things with the planes and being a pilot and everything like that. It's remarkable to see what she's doing. Is she with you on this trip too?
No, because of she now on a different schedule, it's very hard for her to have this huge
Yeah.
gap for the travel. She now cannot travel anymore. She has to like in advance, like make all the changes to speak with other pilots to make at least 1 week, like for her, be like for a vacation because her schedule is very different. It's like she's working like 7 days, she's resting like 2 days, and now it's different schedule. It's not
Yeah.
like it was
The
before.
old. Is she a commercial pilot?
Yes, she is. She was working in Tradewind air company, and she like a captain. She was their captain, and recently, a few months ago, she transferred to another company, NetJet, and now she's working in NetJet.
Wow, amazing. Well, you guys are incredible. Well done to you. Congratulations. I know you're on vacation right now. I really appreciate you coming on and joining us from wherever in the world you are at the moment. Enjoy your time off. Enjoy everything that comes with being champion again. Well done to you and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much, Ariel. I'm on vacation, but I'm still training. Every day I'm
Wow.
on like on the upper deck. It's like open deck when I see all the ocean, and I'm still training. And you know what is the best about mixed martial arts? That no matter where you are, you have your training partner, you don't have your training partner, you can work everything. You can like make exercise like grappling exercise, like striking exercise, and your body will work perfectly. This is the best part. You don't need any gear, you don't need any equipment. You just go there and work. And this is the best what I love the most about martial arts.
I love that. Imagine you're on vacation and you're just like walking around a cruise ship, and then all of a sudden there's Valentina Shevchenko just like, shadow boxing on the top of the boat. I can't imagine. That happens, right?
This is how it's happened. It's pretty like what did it say? People say, oh yeah, it's interesting. What's happening here?
Amazing. Well, enjoy it and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Ariel. Have a good day.
All right, same to you. There she is, the great Valentina Shevchenko, the new, once again, flyweight champion. Imagine you're on vacation there. You're on your cruise and you're just walking around. You're having your morning coffee or croissant. And there's Valentina Shevchenko doing probably the most insane workout because she's a freaking beast. And you're like, oh, okay. I'm going to go over here and go on the elliptical.
I'm going to have another lot.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Good luck. Well done. Amazing stuff. There she is. Thanks for watching this video. Hey, before you go, do me a favor, hit that sub button, give us a thumbs up, hit the little bell thingy as well. Leave us a nice comment or two. We appreciate you all very much.